It's your bed. Look at your special bed, Willa. Yeah. We've had a big 12 months, haven't we, buddy? Good and bad. So the good being that in the last 12 months, Miller's learnt to sit up by himself and he's getting very close to walking independently and he doesn't want to sit still, do ya? Hey, you just want to get going. But he also got diagnosed with epilepsy, so that's been really challenging for us because it's really unpredictable and managing the medication has been really tricky. So we're constantly going to neurologists and having EEGs done to try and figure out what's going on in there, which is why we've reconnected again with Variety. Yeah, so he still does race running every fortnight and he recently participated in a camp for the day and ran in a 60-metre race, which was pretty cool. He did outgrow the race runner, but we were able to donate it to Now I Can Run, which is the organisation through which he does the race running. And so that was really nice feeling to give back because now another little person gets to try having a go on the bike because, like as I've said before, I really do feel like it's helped with his walking, especially in getting that stride pattern going, and it just gives him total freedom. And so it's really good to know that another child's going to benefit from that. Miller, come back here. It's been a long journey. So about 18 months ago, we realised that we're going to need some kind of bed for Miller for the long term. One for safety, to keep him secure because he gets out of his bed and then he pulls up on things and falls down or he'll have a seizure. So that's an issue for him. And then the other is like lifting him. So I've had back issues. If we engage a support worker, you know, they may not want to work with us if we don't have safe lifting practices in place. So we trialled many different beds and we found the bed which goes up and down and has this kind of webbing all around it. And we applied to the NDIS and it got knocked back for restrictive practices, which is a very common occurrence with the NDIS. And so we put in the review for that and we discussed and I guess argued our case with all the points that they had made. And then they came back again and rejected it because of social and economic goals and because apparently global development delay and hearing loss is not enough to warrant giving him a bed. So even though that's obviously there's more going on with his epilepsy and that was all documented and provided as evidence, now we are forced to go to tribunal and hopefully argue our case there to get you this bed. My concern is that he's outgrown the cot. So when we said yes to Jet Trek, it was like a year ago, he still fit in a porta cot. And now realising that's not the case anymore. He's pretty tall, haven't you? He's growing a lot. And so I was concerned about not only sleeping at home, but how we go travelling with him. If we go on a family holiday, we can't just put him in a regular bed or he'll fall out. So it's not very safe. And so yeah, we applied for the grant for the safety sleeper through Variety and we were very fortunate to get that approved and just in time for Christmas, which is lovely. So we're going to spend Christmas with my sister this year and we can take this with us. But in the meantime, it's also serving a purpose of keeping him safe while he's in his room while we wait, hopefully, for his proper bed to get approved. So yeah, we're very, very fortunate because he's been waking up with bumps and bruises on his head because he gets out of his bed during the night, but now this fully closes up and keeps him safe. So we're very, very fortunate that Variety has once again provided us with funding to purchase this piece of equipment. Yeah, behind you is the change table that he would, because he was on a floor bed, and I mean, he can't use things like sheets. Some of the beds we trialled, he got his whole body wedged between the rails, and other ones he got his arms stuck between the sides of the mattress and the side of the actual bed. We find he gets himself into situations that he can't cognitively get out of. So yeah, it has been really stressful because you go to bed at night and you don't know what he's going to get up to. You don't often hear him either. So since having this, you know, there's been no bumps and falls during the night. And which is the case with kids with disabilities, right? Like you don't know what their progression is going to look like, so you can't predict the future. But it's so easy, it folds up into a suitcase and it comes with an inflatable mattress. So every night we could just pop this up and then we can all go to bed knowing that he's not going to get himself in a situation that we're not aware of because we'll be in a different room every night. So yeah, it just takes a lot of stress. I mean, to the point where I don't know how it would have worked. We would have made it work, but I don't know how it would have worked if we didn't have the safety sleeper with us on this trip. We wouldn't have cancelled, but it would have been a stress trying to figure out how to keep them safe every night. We would have been rejigging bedroom configurations and pushing beds up against walls and pillows on the floor, and probably wouldn't have slept ourselves much knowing that he's getting into strife. Going on holidays, I mean, that's really something that's very difficult for us as a family because of how much extra equipment, but now, as I said, it just folds into a suitcase so that can come with us anywhere. We have someone come and look after him. You know, it's just pop him in here and zip him up and, you know, he's happy as. It's his little safe cocoon, isn't it, buddy? Like being here in Tasmania, I mean, it's a lot financially, logistically, physically for everyone on Jet Trek to come and be involved in this, but I just want everyone to know that it really means the world to these kids, and without support or variety, I mean, I don't know what we would do. And it's not just Miller, it's kids across Australia that benefit from these supports, from programs to equipment, and we're just very grateful.